Have you ever wanted to create your own handicapping dream team? You can now build your own superstar handicapping lineup using our Pick Your Team program at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com. Even more exciting, until Sunday, January 16th at midnight, you can save 15% off your Pick Your Team using coupon code PYT15 when checking out. Dave Koken, Marco D'Angelo, and Ralph Michaels, John Ryan, Joseph D'Amico, and Rocketman. The combinations are endless, and you can choose up to 5 handicappers. You start saving once you choose any 2 handicappers of your choice, and you can pay as little as under $6 per handicapper. Who will make your dream lineup? Just go to WagerTalk or Sports Memo, click Pick Your Team, and personally hand select your handicapping roster. Don't forget, coupon code PYT15 will expire January 16th, so make sure to get your 15% discount.
Hey guys, welcome in and a very happy Tuesday to you. Good Christ, January the 4th. I'm all right. God damn it, Teddy. I was waiting for you to rip me there. It is January the 4th. And yes, I need a vacation, but we've got NBA to talk about, guys. That's the bottom line. 5 games on the card here today. We're going to talk about a few of these, see if we can find some edges for you, make it a profitable Tuesday, and we'll do it with 3 of the NBA's finest handicappers in the house, with Ski Profit here, as well as Teddy Covers and Tony Mejia in action. And Ski, welcome in. Happy New Year, my man. What is going on in the NBA, and what do you got locked and loaded over at WagerTalk.com for us?
NBA's been pretty good. Last week was really good. But I'm starting off yesterday, I went 1-3. That's how I started off, how I did yesterday. Not good, got to bounce back. And my last 174 in the association, slightly below 60%, 59.7%. So let's get back on track today. Hopefully get back over 60%.
That's what we call profitable, Ski. That's what we're talking about, making it rain, man. And speaking of making it rain, damn, Teddy, I heard there's a rumor going around that you might, in fact, be the $2 handicapper on $2 Tuesday over at WagerTalk and/or SportsMemo.com. Is that true?
It is true. And people, what's the purpose of the $2 Tuesday handicap? From a company standpoint, we're trying to get new clients, first-time clients. It's all about the first-time buyer. And that's what we're looking for with this particular promotion. So it's a play I like. It's a 5% play in the NBA for tonight. I've only had 2 5% in the NBA all year. They're 2-0 so far. The line's still widely available. And if you like me, if you want to support what I do, spend $2, get the play right now over at WagerTalk.com. Thank you.
There you go. Boom. $2 handicap, 5% best bet in the association. Guys, head over there now. As Tony Mejia, he too, not only the NBA, but I believe college basketball, you are locked and loaded with a couple of big 4% bets as well, Tony Mejia.
Yeah, that'll be today's menu. We do want to do something with LSU Kansas State for all the people that have been on the bowl packages. We've been very profitable in the bowl, so that's been solid. They're only 5%. And look, at this point, the NBA has been a chore to handicap over the last 10 days or so, and hit my first NBA play of the new year yesterday. And then second game that I really liked was the under in Minnesota and the Clippers, and that looked tremendous until Patrick Beverley took over and garbage time ensued. And it's wild to see people that I used to monitor closely in college now getting their shot in the league because of mandatory signings and trying to get to minimum rosters and whatnot. So all that goes into new rotations, and I'm a big DFS player as well. So I started Kiefer Sykes in my lineup the other night in the NBA. And I never thought I would do that. So it's been very interesting to see what has transpired here. College basketball is the same animal as well. You have to know who's playing, and they can cancel games at any given point. So for me, I'm actually exercising some restraint, given my volume handicapper, the way I like to do things. So it's been a lot of digging for information, and now we're coming out of it, which is great. So hopefully we can get some normalcy restored by mid-month.
Yeah, who would have thought it? DFS with G League players. We're in a whole new era here, Teddy. A whole new era. All right, guys, let's kick it off here with our contrarian play of the day on this short card. The Miami Heat came through for us again last night. Did not get the win, but they certainly got the cover. And tonight, we are going to take a look at the New Orleans Pelicans, who have absolutely not made Ski's hell no list in quite a while here. Taking on the Phoenix Suns. Pelicans couldn't hold down the fort last night against Utah. It was a bad second half, but they seem to be a hell of a lot healthier than the Phoenix Suns right now, who no Ayton, no Crowder, Kaminsky, Shamet, that front court taking a little hit. So I'll start with you, Ski. Might I interest you in a little Pelican contrarian sandwich tonight?
I kind of gave up on betting on some of these teams that I don't consider good teams and trying to make cases for them. That's where I started having success in the NBA. So I really don't. But, you tell me Ayton is out, you tell me McGee is out, and, they have Jalen Smith there. I mean, Valanciunas has like 50 pounds on him. I think Valanciunas is going to have a really good night tonight. If they can get Ingram in the lineup, they definitely have a shot to be in the game. So I'm not mad at you, Joe. It won't be in my pocket, but I can go lean with the Pelicans +7.
Yeah, I'm not seeing no Ingram on the at least the 3:30. We'll let you guys know at the 4:30 report. But Teddy, talk to me here. Can I interest you in a Pelican sandwich tonight?
No. It's not a game that I'm playing the other way. This is a pure pass for me, but I'm not taking New Orleans here. I watched them against Utah last night. I watched them against Milwaukee on New Year's Day. And when they face a good team, they're I mean, the final score says it was a competitive last night. It was a non-competitive second. They're not capable of stepping up against the good teams. They've got Golden State coming up next. This 4-game stretch for New Orleans, as brutal as it gets. And I'm not convinced I take them in any of them. Now, I know that there's enough reasons not to look at Phoenix in this one, and the contrarian angle is only one piece of the puzzle. But it's a clear pass. It's not a game where I want to get my money on the dog.
The Suns, I believe this is the last game of this trip here for the Suns as well, Tony. I believe the Clippers coming up on deck. How about you, man? Might you look at the contrarian gods and the New Orleans Pelicans tonight?
Are the contrarian gods having a happy New Year? I know they won last night.
It's enough. 1-0. It's a good year.
Oh, okay. All right. That's right. They don't make picks over the weekend. They got to celebrate their New Year. Oh, well, that's good. Good for them. Monty Williams is back tonight, and the Suns do come off a really impressive performance with Smith in the lineup without Ayton and without JaVale McGee. And McGee, I think, would probably come off first of protocols. And the way that these things are unfolding over the course of the day, where you hear at 2, no, they're not playing, and Nerlens Noel of the Knicks just cleared protocols, and he wasn't expected to play. So you can still hold out hope that some of these Suns will come back. As far as the Pelicans go, Brandon Ingram should be good to go. He's not on that injury report. He was lethargic last night, but second night of a back-to-back looks like he's a go. So clearly, his injury is in a better place than it was. And are we worried about Valanciunas' conditioning on a second night of a back-to-back coming off of protocols? I don't know. He got into early foul trouble, 2 fouls in 3 minutes against Rudy Gobert, and then came back and scored 25 points. So, the Pelicans are a dangerous team because they have guys that really hustle hard. And Herb Jones, who got a great tip of the cap from Donovan Mitchell last night, and is one of my personal favorites, having seen what impact he can have on a game without scoring at Alabama last season, the past few seasons. So, from that standpoint, New Orleans can be dangerous. My lean was the Phoenix Suns, but with Ingram in and no news on the Suns' bigs right now, it's looking like a pass.
All right, there you go, guys. Looking at the Pelicans tonight, getting 7 at home, taking on the Phoenix Suns. We'll move on to our featured matchup tonight. We haven't talked about them a while, so let's do it now. Is the New York Knicks at home in the Garden taking on the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers here tonight as 1.5, I believe. Still 209.5 as an opening number. I count 7 I believe, in the COVID protocol for Indiana. And yet, Teddy is still only laying 1.5 to Knicks. So, what do we think about this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's moved up to 3 now, based on some of the news that we've seen come out today. Just to see the latest, what we're talking about with Malcolm Brogdon doesn't look good for the Pacers. In fact, he's been downgraded officially to out, one of the 7. And for me, not that I'm in any rush to bet Indiana anyway, but without Brogdon, the Pacers are a one-way team. I'm either betting against Indiana or I'm not playing the game. And now we have Randall as a question mark, along with Mitchell Robinson and Noel and some other guys for the Knicks. So New York's roster is getting expanded right now, not so much for the Pacers. And one thing I find, I don't look at straight up records often enough. You know, the Pacers are 3-14 straight up on the road this year. They won 3 road games all year. It's 2022 now. They've been playing since October. 3 road wins. I want no part of Indiana. So it's Knicks or pass for this better. But am I excited about the Knicks? Not necessarily. You know, they haven't been good at home. They're not playing good ball. They're not a good team. So, but in this point spread range, that's the only way I could look is New York Knickerbockers minus the spot.
Yeah, it's funny. As bad as they've been on the road, they've actually been much more profitable as an underdog than they have been as a favorite this year. I think 11-5, the Pacers as an underdog here, Tony Mejia. But like you said, I mean, you look at this list and it's like, wow, what is left here? I'm seeing Noel, Randall, Mitchell Robinson, and Jericho Sims on the 4:30 report as questionable for the Knicks. What do you do here in this game? Who are you looking at?
Well, I mean, key to know what's ultimately going to happen with those guys, considering Sabonis and Turner are the driving forces for the Pacers right now. And could we see Lance Stevenson come into New York, born ready in his hometown and on Phoenix? That would be hilarious. It's going to be interesting if you know the other guys that are on the injury report, Chris Duarte, Karis LeVert, or join Malcolm Brogdon in officially being out. Going to be Kiefer Sykes, Dwayne Washington Jr., and Lance to play against the Knicks backcourt. No Kemba Walker again for New York, and he kind of rejuvenated his reputation there, and probably should enter the rotation again once he gets healthy. But it's just, 2 veteran coaches, Rick Carlisle and Tom Thibodeau, trying to navigate the current course. 4th meeting of the season between the teams. Pacers lead 2-1. And we'll see if the Knicks get their bigs back to handle Sabonis, because that's who Indiana is running its offense through.
Yeah, I mean, that was the latest here, but I mean, no Karis LeVert. You go down a list of who's missing for Indiana here, Ski. Are you leaning one way or the other towards this game?
Well, if you want to talk about, a side, I'm right in line with Teddy. I've been saying this, I don't know how long. And I got a new list, Joe. It's worse than the hell no list. It's the never bet again list. And Indiana's been on there for a little while now. I'm not looking at them in any situation. In a point spread range where you pretty much got to win to cover, no, give me the Knicks. If I'm going to look at the total, Knicks, I think, playing at the 2nd slowest pace in the league over the last 5 games. They're the number 1 defensive rated team in that same span. And I'm pretty sure, I'm just going to peek here, they're the worst offensive rated team in that same span. Doesn't seem like a lot of points to me, but I'm gonna look at the lineup, see who is eventually playing. Hopefully, if they have Mitchell Robinson in, just somebody to protect the paint, then I can trust it under. Because if he's out, I don't trust it anymore. So that's what I'm waiting on for this game.
All right, good stuff there. Yeah, Noel Randall Robinson, questionable here on the latest report, guys. But keep an eye on that as the Knicks at home tonight at the Garden taking on the Indiana Pacers. All right, let's take a look at our overtime matchup. We'll focus on the total and right up Ski's alley. Let's talk about this total with the Los Angeles Lakers here as it continues to rise against the Sacramento Kings. Probably should be a shock to nobody as it opened up 228.5. Currently 231 here, Tony Mejia. So let me ask you, is it simply a over or pass for you in this game?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I was on the Lakers and Timberwolves over the other night, that went under, and it should have gone over by a million points, except that both teams decided that they wanted to throw the ball around like it was LA Fitness. And Russell Westbrook defends his actions after the game, saying it doesn't matter if I turn the ball over or if I miss shots because I affect the game because I my positioning on defense and I know what to do. And so it's clearly an interesting time in Frank Vogel land because he's got two guys in DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard as healthy scratches because he's playing LeBron as a small ball five and playing other people big minutes just to see what rotations are going to ultimately work. Carmelo Anthony is trying to coexist there and play a bigger role with Anthony Davis out, but he continues to do it off the bench. Malik Monk coming back, I think, is really going to help long term. The Lakers have needed him, a player like him, around LeBron for a very long time. Somebody that can get his own shot and take some pressure off him. So it'll be interesting to see what the Lakers do going forward. But no, this isn't a lock over for me. Even though Alvin Gentry's still the Kings coach last time I checked, and they are a little healthier, and they come off a victory over the Miami Heat that was high scoring, but that was De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield both finding their rhythm where they didn't have much to close out 2021.
So I'm looking, Ski, for Sacramento, the latest report, Terrence Davis is the only one questionable. Rashawn Holmes is still out. That's the big name there. Avery Bradley is probable, as is LeBron tonight. So he does have his full complement of people around him here tonight. Do you like the over in this spot?
Yeah, I mean, we come on here and we talk about the Laker game. It's going to be the same thing for me pretty much every time until Anthony Davis comes back. They went from 9th defensive rated team in all the games he's been playing till the last seven games without him. Now they're, I think, 24th.
Yeah.
So pretty bad. They're allowing 115 points per game. So in my mind, the Lakers can only win by outscoring their opponents until he comes back. I don't see them, winning in a defensive type game. Maybe their opponents just miss some shots, but it's not very much defense being played when I watch. Kings, They haven't been a great defensive team either. I see this being an up-tempo game. The Lakers are going to push the pace. I don't know why. Like, I saw this game earlier this morning at 232 at one place. Then it dropped all the way down to 228. I've been seeing that a lot with Lakers totals. Like, I don't know who's buying them down, but I'm going up and over. No defense will be played.
Yeah, it's just really, outside of Anthony Davis and Kendrick Nunn, most everyone else is available for LeBron tonight here, Teddy. So are you anticipating a lot of defense, Teddy, that we might look at the under in this one?
So I'd rather have the under than the over. And that has everything to do with how these two teams play up against one another. They played already a couple times this year. We saw 117-92 final stay under 223.5. The crazy multi-overtime game, 141 to 137, that was 100 all at the end of regulation. Stayed 30 points under, ended up cashing over tickets. Last year, they're going under. The Kings are coming off a game in which they shot 51% from the floor. Aaron Fox was, 14 of 15 from the free throw line in that game. And that wouldn't go over this number. Miami was hitting everything in that contest. The number's just a little bit too high for me to comfortably say, I like this game over. It's not like I'm rushing the window to bet the under, but the number's just a little bit too high, more than a little bit.
All right, good stuff there. Shocker, Teddy and Ski on opposite sides of a Lakers game. All right, guys, that sound you are hearing means the dogs are just around the corner, Robert. Let's see it, man.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. And anybody got to say anything, you let me know. That's my dog.
All right, so we got a 5-game card tonight. 5 dogs available, including the Spurs visiting Toronto with nobody in the arena. We've got the Grizz +3 at Cleveland. We got Indiana at the Garden. We got New Orleans, the Pelicans at home against the Suns. And, of course, the Sacramento Kings getting 6.5 there at the Lakers. So, Ski, I'll start with you, man. Talk to me. Which one of these dogs would you make your own tonight?
Yeah, it's just, it's process of elimination for me. I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with the team that's won 5 games in a row, and they played yesterday, but I don't think they got pushed to the limit. It was a blowout type game. Cavs getting Garland back in the lineup. We'll see how he looks his first game back. I'll take the Grizzlies in this one to win the game.
All right, taking the 3, sprinkle a little something on the money line. And Teddy, it's an interesting list here. Where might you be looking to make your dog tonight?
It's almost an auto play. Look, you see the Lakers as favorites, and you just bet against them. They've been favored, 25 times so far this season, and they've covered 8 of them. It's not anything you think of, you don't think about it. You don't make the biggest bet of your life against it, but Lakers is chalk, is bet against, auto bet. Much like Ski's talking about Indiana as an auto bet team, you have faith in them. Lakers kind of on that list for me in this point spread range. So give me Sac, though, plus the 6.5.
Both of them on a little bit of a mini run. One will be proven to be false here tonight. And the Kings for Teddy. And how about it, Tony Mejia? Talk to us here. Which one of these would you make your dog tonight?
Yeah, I see the Kings barking, but I'll tell you why in my top play of the day. So I'm going to use this little space to talk about Spurs Raptors. And I'm not really sure if the Spurs will cover, but they do get Bates Diop back from a hamstring injury, and DeJounte Murray is close. But no fans in Toronto, and it'll be interesting to see how the Raptors handle that. They smoked the Knicks the other night without fans in the stands, and they are the one team that probably should be used to it, considering that they've been playing in Tampa with little fanfare and games in Buffalo because they all the Canadian COVID protocols. So they won't have more than 1,000 fans in a home game for the foreseeable future up in Ontario. So we'll see how the Raptors do. Raptors are 1-8 when allowing 28 or more assists, and the Spurs average 28.5 to lead the league. But again, no DeJounte, so you kind of have to change the way you handicap games with that in mind. But I did like what I saw from the Raptors in terms of continuity, because they finally have that Barnes and Anunoby Siakam front court with Fred VanVleet, who I believe set a season high in scoring last time out. So they at least have their core 4 in place and ready to go into 2022.
Yeah, Toronto finally healthy here tonight, and the last couple of times finally got their guys back. No McDermott either for San Antonio tonight. All right, so interesting angle here of these 5 games. Now it is time, of course, to figure out where these guys might want to go with their best bet here tonight. So, Ski, 60 seconds on the clock, my man. Rip Teddy and give us your best bet here tonight. Where you going?
Yeah, I can't let him get away with jabbing my Lakers like that. Come on. No, but all I'll say is, I really like that Lakers Sacramento total. I just don't think this is that same Lakers team without Anthony Davis. And the Kings, they're 10-6 to the over at home. Games averaging close to 230. And I think you see a different Lakers team. For my best bet, that's as best of a jab I can do on Teddy. Teddy did a good job. My best bet, I'm going to go to Tyrese Halliburton. He just keeps getting us paid, man.
Good point.
I tweeted out this morning, there's one play you should have woke up and just automatically bet it. He's gone over 8.5 assists, 9 of his last 10 games. He's the best playmaker on the team. Everybody sees it ever since De'Aaron Fox came out. The only game he didn't go over was the first game Fox came back because it messed up the rhythm a little bit. But he's getting more like 10 plus. So as of right now, it's juiced too much. It's gone all the way up to minus 192. So let's sell one. Get the 9.5 assists plus 110. Halliburton up and over.
Love it. Going over. If it ain't broke, Ski, don't fix it. Come on, Teddy. Rebuttal time. 60 seconds on the clock. Where are you going tonight, Teddy?
There's no rebuttal. I agree with him. Halliburton over. I got no problem with that. It's plays to Sacramento, which I was just talking about. Nothing but mad respect for Ski. That being said, let's go up to Ontario. Talk about the Raptors and the Spurs. DeJounte Murray is not a guy who moves the needle on the point spread. You watch San Antonio with them, without him. It's night and day, especially during crunch time in a post-DeRozan era in San Antonio. Murray's been their go-to guy down the stretch. They don't have him. McDermott's hit a bunch of shots that are big for them. They don't have him. They don't have Lonnie Walker tonight. And this Toronto team, we've been kind of waiting all year for the Raptors to figure it out and come together and get healthy. And they've had one injury after another and one setback after another. And they've shown us the last 2 games. Toronto's bet on all the way right now. Give me the Raptors minus the 6.5 against the Spurs.
All right. Boom. Get her done in Toronto. And Mejia, I can't wait to hear it. Talk to us, man. You back in. Smells like a king here. What's going on? Talk to us. Where are you going tonight?
Yeah, Kings plus 6.5. You know what kind of game this is tonight? In the crypto.com arena or center, whatever it is. It is a game that LeBron James wins at the buzzer, or Carmelo Anthony hits a big shot, and everybody in Lakerland says, "Oh, great, thank you, Lord." And Westbrook has a triple-double with 7 turnovers or something. Because look, I think the Kings are finding their way. I agree with Ski and Teddy that Halliburton has been tremendous in finding his rhythm with De'Aaron Fox out, and Rashawn Holmes at this point has missed so much time with that laceration up to his eye that guys like Damian Jones, who's starting tonight, and Chimezie Metu, who's been playing. The only guy who hasn't been playing is Tristan Thompson. Thoughts and prayers with him. Look, at this point, I think that the Kings are come into 2022 with Buddy Hield really shooting the ball well, which is a change, even though he's second behind Steph Curry in threes made. He was slumping. I think he plays well tonight. Give me the Kings for 6.5.
All right, it's the Kings here tonight against the Lakers. And looking at a quick recap here, guys. Ski Profit, his dog going to be Memphis tonight. Take the 3 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. His best bet. What else? Halliburton over 9.5 assists tonight. Bank it. Teddy, Kings 6.5. His best bet is going to be the Raptors tonight at home, taking on the Spurs. And Tony Mejia, his dog, well, he going Spurs, says, give me the 6.5. But his best bet is going to be the Kings here tonight, taking that 6.5 against the Los Angeles Lakers. And the contrarian play of the day, Pelicans plus 7 at home, taking on the Phoenix Suns. Quick reminder, Teddy is the $2 handicapper right now over at WagerTalk.com and or SportsMemo.com. That means 5% best bet tonight, guys, in the association. $2. Head over there now. Pick it up over at Teddy's page. Ski Profit locked and loaded tonight, as is. Couple of big 4% plays for Tony Mejia right now. College basketball and the NBA, not to mention a little ball action coming your way from Tony as well. So all 3 gentlemen, WagerTalk.com. Head over there. Let's make it a profitable Tuesday night right now, guys. A lot of different ways we can go here. Good stuff. We ask that you hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner and get notified when we go live with these shows. But in the meantime, we'll be back again tomorrow for another round of NBA action. And until then, on behalf of Ski, Teddy, and Tony, best of luck with your plays tonight, guys. We'll talk to you again soon. Good luck.
Tuesdays is known as $2 Tuesdays at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com, where you can get the hottest handicappers, best bet, or daily package for only $2.